All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about something that is, without a doubt, absolutely essential. How do local radio stations, the ones we all count on, stay on the air when things go sideways? We're talking about being a lifeline. Now, just for a little context here, what you're about to see is based on Part 8 of a really incredible 10-part guide from Virtualization Options LLC. Now, the whole guide is a masterclass in disaster planning. But today we are laser-focused on a threat that's become critical for every single broadcaster: cybersecurity.
And you know, this quote from the guide, it just says it all, doesn't it? When the power's out, when cell service is gone, radio is often that last voice cutting through the silence. That is a massive responsibility, and frankly, that's exactly what's at stake when we start talking about digital threats.
So let's really dig into why this role is so vital. Because it's not just about playing the hits, right? It's about public safety. And that lifeline is now a prime target for a whole new kind of disaster.
The guide uses this term first informers, and I want you to just think about that for a second. We all know about first responders, the heroes who rush to the scene. But first informers, they're the ones giving you the life-saving information about where to go, what to avoid, and what's happening right now. It's a role that simply cannot be replaced when other lines of communication go down. And like I said, this whole blueprint for staying on the air comes from that really comprehensive guide by Virtualization Options LLC. They've truly laid out the entire roadmap for stations trying to navigate this incredibly complex world.
Okay, so we get it. The mission is critical. Now let's talk about what's threatening that mission. Because in this day and age, the storm clouds aren't just brewing on the horizon anymore, they're gathering on the internet.
And that leads us to the big, scary question, right? What happens when that lifeline can be cut, not by wind or floods, but by a couple of keystrokes from halfway around the world? This is where your digital preparedness becomes absolutely everything.
Yeah, forget about hurricanes and tornadoes for just a minute. The new threats have names like these: ransomware, that can lock up your entire audio library, your ad logs, basically holding your station hostage. Phishing, that can trick a well-meaning employee into just handing over the keys to the kingdom. These are the digital disasters the guide prepares you for.
But here's what's really fascinating. It's not just about attacks from the outside. Chapter 8 of the guide gets into the risks you have inside your own digital walls. An unsecured automation system could literally be hijacked to broadcast, well, anything. Your STL could be intercepted. Every single link in your digital chain is a potential point of failure that has to be locked down. And this slide really gets to the heart of the challenge. Small and mid-sized stations are often working with tight budgets. You've got small staffs where everybody's wearing like 5 different hats, and maybe some of your software hasn't been updated in years. All of this, unfortunately, makes you a much softer and more attractive target for attackers. It makes planning for these things so urgent.
So, with all these digital minefields out there, where in the world do you even start? Well, the good news is the guide gives you a really clear roadmap. It's not just a scary list of problems, it is a structured, actionable plan.
See, the whole guide is built on this 10-step framework. It covers everything from risk assessment to training your people. But today, we are diving deep into what might just be the most critical piece of this puzzle for a modern station. Step 8. Cybersecurity. In a world disconnected, it's a vulnerability that no one can afford to just ignore.
All right, so let's crack open Chapter 8 and look at some of the core cybersecurity ideas that the guide really breaks down. This is where we go from theory to actual practical defense for your station.
So, a huge threat the guide zeroes in on is ransomware. I mean, think about it. One bad click, and poof, your playlists, your commercials, your news scripts, all of it locked up. The hackers demand a huge payment. For a lot of stations, that could be an extinction-level event. But the guide lays out the essential defense, a layered backup strategy. We're not talking about just one backup. We mean multiple copies, in multiple locations, making sure you can get your operations back online without ever paying those criminals a dime.
Now, the guide introduces a really important term here, RTO, or Recovery Time Objective. And look, this isn't just fancy jargon. It's maybe the most important question you can ask after an attack. How long can we afford to be off the air? If you get hit at 7 in the morning, is it okay to be dark until noon? Or do you need to be back up in less than a minute? Your answer to that question drives your entire strategy and your budget.
And his partner is RPO, the Recovery Point Objective. This one is all about your data. If your server gets totally wiped out, are you restoring from last night's backup? I mean, are you willing to lose a whole day's worth of commercials and production work? Or do you need to restore from just 5 minutes ago?
The difference in cost is massive, but so is the impact on your business. You have to define your RPO. It is non-negotiable.
So once you've looked at all the digital risks and you understand the strategies to defend against them, the guide kind of brings it all home with a really simple, direct challenge.
And here's the bottom line. Creating a cybersecurity plan, printing it out, and sticking it in a binder on a shelf is completely useless. Digital resilience is a living, breathing thing. It's an ongoing commitment that demands constant updates, regular staff training, and testing, because the threats are changing literally every single day.
And that all brings us to the ultimate question that every single broadcaster has to answer for themselves. Because when the worst happens, whether it's a hurricane or a silent, invisible digital attack, and your community is tuning in for that critical, life-saving information, will your station be there? Will you be on the air?